Have you ever wondered why change feels impossible? Why you try so hard, yet nothing truly shifts? What if the reason is that you're trying to build a new life with the same mindset that built the old one? Stick with this message. It might just be the spark your breakthrough needs. Most people attempt to transform their lives while holding on to the very patterns that keep them stuck. Real change demands a new version of you, one that thinks, feels, and acts differently. Our thoughts speak the language of the mind, while our emotions speak the language of the body. Together, they create the way we experience the world. When someone says, "I am insecure," they're issuing a direct order to both their mental and physical systems, laying down tracks for their future. The truth is, many are wired to replay the past. Without a strong pull toward a meaningful future, they default to the routines shaped by past experiences. The question is, can you trust so deeply in a future you haven't yet witnessed that your brain begins to function as if that future were already real? Each day you move forward, even if you can't measure the distance between where you are and where you're going. No one can predict how close they are to their breakthrough. That's why consistent action matters. A small mental shift could set your next 6 months on a powerful and unexpected course. Stopping is the simplest road, which is why it's the most common. But you're not here to blend in. Choose instead to nurture the one trait that makes success inevitable: persistence. Napoleon Hill once said that while persistence may not shine with glory, it is as vital to character as carbon is to steel. Persistence means staying the course through resistance. It's the steady commitment to a positive outcome. Yet persistence by itself isn't magic. Misapplied effort leads to frustration. The challenge isn't endurance, it's direction. Progress requires letting go of old limitations and choosing wiser strategies. Everyone has the potential to persevere. What matters is aiming it correctly. You don't need to win every time. You only need to win once to change everything. The beautiful paradox of success is that a single win can redefine your entire story. Wherever you stand now, you must hold the deep conviction that you will make it, because the world won't hand you that belief. Your transformation could be waiting on one choice, one conversation, one fresh idea. The moment you understand that, you'll start looking for those defining moments. If this were your final day, what message would you want to leave behind? Time is short. When the chance arises to bet on yourself, take it. Many go through life trying to dodge pain instead of confronting it. But when adversity hits, stand firm. Welcome the storm, because it will pass. And when it does, you'll find strength you never knew you had. Many assume that passion is something that it simply shows up one day, as if it strikes like lightning and changes everything in an instant. But that idea sets people up for disappointment. The truth is, passion isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build with your own hands. It doesn't wait around to be discovered. Instead, it forms slowly, shaped by your daily choices, actions, and the energy you put into your growth. When people wonder why they haven't found what drives them, they're usually looking for a feeling that's meant to come after the work, not before. Passion is rarely born out of stillness. It begins to take root the moment you step into motion. And with time, effort, and repetition, what once felt unfamiliar turns into something deeply meaningful. It's not chance or hidden destiny. It's the result of showing up, even when you feel unsure. If you're feeling directionless, that's not a sign to stop. It's a signal to start experimenting. Get involved in various parts of your life. Explore new skills, commit to growth, and challenge yourself with things that stretch your limits. Through those actions, interest starts to grow. The process creates purpose. You begin to feel connected to the work, and in that connection, passion is born. Every person has the ability to take the first step. You don't need a grand vision right away. What you need is movement. Growth doesn't happen while waiting for clarity. It comes from action. And in taking that action, you shape your own purpose. The effort you put in today builds the path you'll walk tomorrow. You might be asking yourself, but what if I'm not ready? Here's the truth. You're more ready than you think. Belief in yourself is one of the most powerful forces in existence. When you genuinely trust in your ability to improve, to adapt, and to overcome, you're already halfway to where you want to be. Hard work gets you moving, but belief gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough. Nobody else can put in the effort for you, and nobody else can convince you of your worth more than you can. If you're not willing to see value in yourself, why expect others to see it for you? You live with yourself every second of every day. Your inner voice is the one you hear the most. Shouldn't it be the most supportive one too? Validation from the outside world fades quickly. The strongest foundation you could build is the one rooted in self-trust. When you believe in yourself truly and fully, there's a shift. You become less dependent on the approval of others. You begin to act from a place of quiet confidence, knowing that your worth isn't up for debate. Live in a way that reflects the faith others have placed in you. Think about your younger self, the version of you who had big dreams and looked at the world with hope. Think about the people who love you, who believe in your strength even when you don't. Live in a way that makes them proud. Be honest, be bold, be the kind of person you needed back then. There's an old wisdom passed down from ancient Greece. Live as though all your ancestors were living again through you. That means living with courage, with integrity, and with the understanding that your life carries the weight of a greater story. You are part of a legacy, and how you carry yourself writes the next chapter. Now imagine something powerful. What if you had never let go of the dreams you once had? What if every goal, every idea, every fire that once burned inside you, what if you had followed through on it? That version of your life still exists in the choices you make moving forward. It's never too late to pick up where you left off. Life has a way of throwing us into chaos, unexpected storms that seem endless. You may be in one of those storms now. Maybe you're feeling stuck, worn out, or like you're moving in circles. Setbacks can be exhausting. The pressure can make you question everything. But here's something important to remember. No storm stays forever. Darkness may feel like it's here to stay, but the light always finds a way back. The real test is how you respond while you're still inside the storm. When everything feels uncertain, anchor yourself to something unshakable. It might be your values, your family, a vision of who you want to become, or a promise you made to yourself. That anchor doesn't erase the storm, but it keeps you from drifting away in it. Ask yourself, what are you holding on for? Who are you doing this for? There's strength in having something to fight for, something that matters so deeply that it pulls you forward, even when the road feels endless. Whether it's your future, your loved ones, or the belief that your life has meaning, that purpose can steady you through the chaos. And when the weight of everything ahead feels overwhelming, bring your focus back to now. You don't need to see the entire road. You only need to take the next step. Maybe that step is a phone call. Maybe it's applying for that opportunity. Maybe it's getting out of bed and facing the day. Whatever it is, take it. Small steps carry more power than we give them credit for. Every forward motion, even the tiniest one, reminds you that progress is still possible. You're not stuck, you're still moving. And movement, no matter how slow, is proof that you're still in the fight. So keep going, keep building. The passion, the purpose, the strength, it all begins with you. This isn't the first time you've been tested. It might feel like the heaviest burden you've ever carried, but you've walked through storms before, and you're still here. You've stumbled, yes, but you stood back up. You've been overwhelmed, but you kept moving. Think back to those moments you thought you wouldn't make it. Now look at yourself. Those memories hold a quiet power. They're not just reminders of pain, they're proof of endurance. Every time you push forward when everything told you to quit, you built something unshakable inside you. Let those moments whisper back to you now, you've made it through worse. When we're in the middle of a struggle, the weight of it can feel like a permanent part of us. It can feel like we've been defined by what we're going through. But that's a lie pain tells. The storm you're in, it's real and it's heavy, but it is not your name. It's not your identity. It's an experience, not a definition. Acknowledge it, face it, walk through it, but never allow it to convince you that it's who you are. You're not what you're going through. You are the one who is pressing forward, step by step, in spite of it all. Sometimes the hardest part of enduring difficulty is the silence around us. It's the slow hours, the lonely nights, the moments when hope feels like a memory. But even in those hours, there are tiny flickers of grace. A kind word from someone, a deep breath you didn't know you needed, a sunrise breaking through after a sleepless night, even deciding to get out of bed and face another day. That counts. These small moments may seem insignificant, but they carry immense weight. They're the quiet evidence that not everything has fallen apart. Look for these moments. Hold on to them. Let them point the way forward. Struggles change us, but not in the way we often fear. They don't hollow us out, they refine us. When a storm rolls through, it shakes everything loose. What isn't meant to stay will fall away. What remains is the foundation of something stronger. You are being shaped in this process. Not torn down, but rebuilt, wiser, tougher, more prepared. You may not have chosen this path, but you're walking it, and that takes courage. This experience is making you more capable. It's drawing out strengths you didn't know you had. You're learning that even when your heart feels heavy, it still beats with purpose. That even when your mind is clouded, you can still take one more step. You're not the same person you were before this began, and that's a good thing. Growth often hides behind discomfort, and right now, even though it hurts, you are growing. The hard truth is that pain doesn't always disappear quickly. Sometimes it lingers longer than we expect, but that doesn't mean you're not healing. Healing isn't loud. It doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like tears or quiet days or sitting still. But beneath it all, something is shifting. The storm has a time limit, even if you can't see the finish line yet. Storms don't last forever. Eventually the sky clears and warmth returns. And when it does, you'll realize something powerful. The storm didn't defeat you. It revealed your strength. You may not be able to calm the winds or stop the rain, but you can decide how you respond to it. You can let it push you down, or you can let it shape you into someone even more unshakable. You can collapse or you can rise, and that choice every day is yours. So keep showing up, keep holding on. You are being prepared for something greater than this moment. The storm is fierce, but so are you. The winds may howl, but they cannot uproot someone who has chosen to stay grounded. You're still standing, still breathing, still trying. That's victory. And when the clouds finally break, and they will, you'll look back and see that what you thought would destroy you only made you more whole. Keep going. You were built for this.